Ethics are not the same thing as criminal law, where you might not have a say on what's crime. Somebody else decides. For example, here we're existing as a university, we're subject to the criminal law, we're subject to civil law, but this university has its own ethical code. You yourself have voluntarily decided this is how we are going to behave, because ethics regulate behavior more than anything else, individual behavior. What is acceptable behavior, what is unacceptable behavior, and what are we going to do when there is unacceptable behavior. Governance, again, I would assume that this university and you as student bodies and various associations that you belong to, including Stokvel associations, there are rules. In a Stokvel you may have rules, for example, that says everyone must pay their 500 Rand at the end of the month. And if you haven't paid, there are consequences for that. That's what allows people to regulate these various networks within which they coexist. What is then the content of ethics and governance? Simply put then, the content of ethics is just simple rules on behavior, acceptable behavior and unacceptable behavior. It's do's and don'ts. It could be at home. You could have your own code of ethics. Usually it's an unwritten code of ethics at your house. But there are rules in your house. There is the Madonsela way, there is the Dlamini way, there's the Fundamental way. You could do it next door, and you hear parents saying, I don't want that child at my house because I know what they do at his house. But it's simply because they're distinguishing between what is acceptable at this house and what is acceptable at that house. But again, what we have to take with us is those ethics are defined by the players.